This is one of the most recognizable butterflies in the world, and it might have flown here to Letras State Park from hundreds of miles away. As nature detectives, we can use the nature tools we woke up with this morning to figure out what kind of butterfly this is for sure, and how it helps us every single day. We only need one nature tool to do that, and that's our eyes. The first nature clue that jumps out at me about this butterfly is its size. This is one of the largest kinds of butterflies that you can find in the Genesee Valley, one of the largest butterflies that you can find in this part of North America. The second nature clue that jumps out at me about this butterfly is its color. This is a really cool orangey red with these dark black stripes. You don't see that on most kinds of butterflies around here. And the third nature clue, we have to look just a little bit more carefully. Do you see on the hind wing here that all of the veins are going along parallel with the direction of the body? There are no veins, no dark lines that are crossing these veins like a T shape. They're all going parallel with the body. That's a really important nature clue. So let's put all those nature clues together. We have a butterfly with dark veins, all parallel with the body. We have a butterfly that's generally black and orange, and a butterfly that's really large for this part of North America. This is indeed a monarch butterfly. Now, most people recognize the monarch on sight, but the reason we have to look so carefully is because there's an imposter that lives around this part of North America. It's a native species, it's abundant and commonly seen in Letras State Park. It's called the Viceroy. The Viceroy is the butterfly that is also orange and black, but it has veins that cross the veins of the hind wing, making kind of T shapes with the black veins there. That is the way that you can tell monarchs from viceroys, and if you have them side by side, you can always tell that a monarch is always bigger than a viceroy butterfly. This is a really important time of year for monarch butterflies because they are migrating. They're traveling hundreds of miles to reach the very northernmost limits of their range here in New York and New England and the southernmost part of Canada, anywhere where milkweed is growing at this time of year. Monarch caterpillars can only eat different kinds of milkweeds like common milkweed and swamp milkweed. Monarch butterflies lay their eggs, leave the caterpillars to fend for themselves. Those caterpillars feed on the milkweed, get big and fat. They go through their metamorphosis, become adult butterflies, and then they fly all the way back down south to the southernmost limit of their range in Mexico by themselves. It's an incredible insect migration that is a globally renowned phenomenon, makes these one of the most famous butterflies and most famous insects in the world. And we at Letras State Park are really interested in monarch butterfly migrations. There are still a lot of mysteries out there about how they navigate and where they go and how many really survive every year. So what we do starting over the next month or so into August and September is we raise monarch butterfly caterpillars that we find in the wild. We take them into the Humphrey Nature Center, we feed them lots of milkweed, we get them big and fat, they go through their metamorphosis, and then we put a tiny sticker tag on their wings with a unique identification number. That's how I know how to safely hold this butterfly's wings together from practicing all these years. And then as the monarch butterflies that we raise here fly down south to Mexico, other people might find them, take pictures of them, or find dead ones on the way. They learn where their butterflies came from, and we learn where our butterflies went. If you really want to put your nature detective skills to the test, come and visit our monarch butterfly rearing program at Letras State Park. Come to the Humphrey Nature Center in between the Visitor Center and Inspiration Point. From August into September, you can see the monarch caterpillars feeding close up. You might get to see some metamorphosis processes before your very eyes, and you can of course watch up close all of the videos that we have of the monarch butterfly metamorphosis process. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's Nature Mystery. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube to stay tuned for more nature mysteries.